It's May 1st, and for the I don't know how manyth year in a row, I am in the Duck Mountains of Manitoba trying to shoot a blonde bear, and this has been quite a quest for several years now. I've got 3 of the 4 major color phases of black bears. I'm trying to kill the grand slam of color phase bears, and blonde is the only one that continues to elude me. I've been on this quest for quite a few years, and I've had several close calls here in the Duck Mountains with blonde bears, and had one in front of me a couple of years ago, twice, that didn't get a shot at. But this year is the earliest that I've ever been here. It's May 1st today. There isn't any leaves on the trees yet, and the lakes are still frozen over up here. And we have one bait that's got a small blonde bear on it. We got a good photo of it with the covert camera. This bait here has several blonde bears have been seen here over the years, so we know there's good genetics for blondes in this area. And then we have one infrared nighttime photo of a very light colored bear, and because it's black and white photo, of course, we can't tell if it's blonde or real light brown or cinnamon or whatever. But this is where I'm going to start, and it's a real nice bear. We've got a couple other baits where we have potential to shoot a blonde bear. So we're gonna give it 6-7 days here and hope for the best. This has traditionally been a very, very good stand over the years. Many bears have been killed out of this particular spot in the last probably 20 years since this bait has been here. There's many generations of bears have come through here, and it's just they pile in here pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if we see anywhere maybe from 6 to 10 different bears tonight, and hopefully one of them will be a blonde. So here we go. Well, it's day 3, May 3rd. You probably wonder what happened to day 2. I sat at a bait where a blonde was seen a couple times last night, and saw 6 bears, one real nice boar, a couple medium-sized boars, and then a sow with 2 cubs. The first night was quite a experience, and when I tell you what I'm about to say, you're either going to think I'm, number 1, crazy, number 2, a liar, and I've got the video evidence to prove that I'm not a liar. So yeah, I passed up a Booner bear, just an absolute giant. I saw 6 bears, all males. One was a small one, then 3 were average bears, one was just a dandy, and then at the last 30 minutes of daylight, an absolute giant came in. Huge melon on him, just a huge Booner head on him. And I'm not just blowing smoke. I've shot a 21-inch Booner, so I know what they look like. And this is definitely, clearly bigger than the Booner minimums, and also a big-bodied bear. But he's not blonde, so I let him go. And tonight I'm back in a 3rd bait. Now this is a bait where I saw that blonde bear 2 years ago and had 2 encounters with him and couldn't close the deal. Monday we had pictures of a blonde bear in here. It's not the same blonde, it's a little smaller one, but it's a decent representative bear. I would definitely shoot it if I saw it. And he didn't come back he didn't come back Tuesday or today, Wednesday. So I'm not sure if he's still in this area or not, but this is my best bet at this point. I spooked a sow with 3 cubs off this bait when I drove in here, and we'll see what happens. I'm 3 days into a 6-day hunt, so here we go. Well, day 4, I'm still hunting. I got some good news and more good news, and I've got some bad news and some additional bad news as well. The good news is I haven't seen a mosquito since I've been here. Another good news is I have seen 17 bears in 3 days of hunting. Bad news is they're all black bears, no color-phased bears at all. And the blonde bear that we had on camera at one of the baits has not been back in 4 days. So that's the second bad news. So I'm at yet a different bait, 4th bait in 4 nights, and this bait is just being pounded. 3 days ago we filled up a 55-gallon drum completely full, and it is not a scrap left today. This bait is just getting hammered. Quite a few different bears and a couple of color-phased bears that we have on camera on this bait, including just a beautiful reddish brown cinnamon bear that's got a real nice color to it. And because I really have exhausted my options for a blonde bear on this hunt, it looks like I'm probably gonna close the deal. I'm done shopping and time to start buying, I guess. And if that really pretty cinnamon comes in here tonight, I'll probably succumb to the temptation to shoot it. But there's a lot of bears on this bait, and this could turn into a real cluster tonight. So here we go. Well, it's my last day in the Duck Mountains with Baldy Mountain Outfitter, and I saw 9 bears last night, including a huge old male chocolate that's just all really mature, all beat up, had scars on his head. Really nice bear. One real good sized black bear, definitely over Pope and Young minimums, came in right at last light. Had a lot of interaction between the bears, fighting and chasing and stuff like that. I figured it would be a zoo, and it was. I had one probably 3-year-old, maybe 4-year-old male that was pretty interested in me and actually came up my ladder stand. Just about got ran over by a raven. Came up my ladder stand to the point where I actually put my toe out in front of his nose, and so he backed down off the ladder stand. The cinnamon bear came in to my left down a trail that walks right by the base of my tree, and he stopped and looked right up at me and spooked, and then he just made a wide circle around, and I got a little bit of video footage of him. But he didn't come in until it was way too dark to shoot, actually just before Todd came and picked me up with the 4-wheeler. So tonight I'm going to shoot a bear, and I hope it's that cinnamon. Debating about whether to shoot that chocolate or the big black one, or something else, but I'm going to shoot a bear before dark tonight, so I got a bear to go home with and to get my story and make this video worthwhile for all the viewers. Well, I don't know if you can hear the death moan or not, but I shot that great big brown one. It's about 15 minutes of daylight left, and I got 2 other bears still around here, and I just felt like it was the right thing to do. I haven't seen the cinnamon tonight. I decided if the chocolate came back after 9 o'clock and I hadn't seen the cinnamon, then I was going to shoot him, and that's what happened. So he's a really nice bear. We'll go recover him, and we'll have a look. Thanks to Todd and Baldy Mountain Outfitters. Incredible operation. I've been to the Duck Mountains many, many times now, and I've killed so many bears here. Big bears, color bears, Boone and Crockett. Well, okay, we recovered the bear last night, and I'm really happy with this bear. It's not a blonde bear, but holy cow, what a great consolation prize, huh? And a couple people really responsible for this that I want to thank. Tom Ainsworth, who has built the southern half into the Duck Mountains into one of the premier bear hunting, maybe the premier bear hunting destinations in Canada. Also Todd at Baldy Mountain Outfitters for putting me on 34 bears in 5 days, and very exciting hunt. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll come back, and the quest for a blonde bear continues.